Hello and welcome to IICCM Studio Kitchen. My name is Rishabh and today we're making Mutter Kachori. So kachori is a snack that is made in very several recipes all around India. Today we are going to follow a recipe that's very particular to Rajasthan. It will give you a crispy texture and a round shape. So let's look at the ingredients now. So let's start with the recipe ingredients now. So for the first part, for the dough, we have all-purpose flour, 500 grams. Then we have ghee and 300 milliliters of water. And for the filling, we have 300 grams of green peas. Then we have cumin seeds, fennel seeds, coriander seeds. Then this is ajwain or garam seeds. Then we have fresh green chilies, fresh ginger, and fresh coriander. Then we have amchur powder, sugar, salt. We also have black peppercorns and hing. So let's start with the preparation now. We've divided the recipe into three parts. First is the dough. Second will be the filling. Third will be the shaping of kachoris and frying. So let's start with the dough now. So to the dough, to the all-purpose flour, we'll add some salt, and 4 tablespoons of ghee. So we're adding ghee to add mon to it. So mon is nothing, but we are making the dough. The crispy texture of the kachori will come from this. So we've added 4 tablespoons of ghee. Now we have to mix the ghee and the salt into the dough very well. If you feel that the amount of ghee is less in the dough, you could always add more. But you should check that when you're binding the dough, if you press it against your fingers, it should hold the structure. It's not holding the structure now, so we'll add more ghee to it. So we have incorporated the ghee into the dough very well. So if you can see now, if I press it against my fingers, it will hold the structure. So this is what we're looking for. Now let's add water to it and knead our dough. We have to make a soft dough out of it, not very hard and not too soft, but towards a softer side. Because if we knead our dough very hard, our kachoris would crack when we try to fry them. So it's important to knead our dough soft. So now that our dough has come together, we will take it out on a surface, either a pan, either a big pan or a marble top itself, and knead it nicely. So let's transfer the dough onto a silicone sheet now and knead it well until it's soft. So we should knead it for like about 3 to 5 minutes until a surface starts looking very smooth. So we haven't got the surface yet, so we'll knead for some more time. So you can see that our dough is nice and soft now. So let's roll it into a ball and keep it aside to rest. So you can see the dough now. If I press my finger, it will bounce back. This is what we're looking for. Let's keep it aside to rest now. So our dough is ready. You can see that it's nice and smooth now. If I press my finger in it, it will bounce back. Let's cover it with a muslin cloth, a wet muslin cloth, and let it rest for some time. So we're done with our first part. Let's move towards the filling now. So for the filling, we'll first dry roast all our dry spices, that is cumin seeds, coriander seeds, black pepper, and some fennel seeds. Roast them on a very medium to low flame until the aromas all around. So our spices are nice and done, toasted well. You can smell the aroma of them. Now let's take them off the pan. Take them out on a plate and let them cool a little. So our spices have cooled down now. Let's grind them into a powder. You don't have to grind them into a fine powder. Just make sure that it's a coarse powder. So just 1 or 2 pulses are enough so that it turns into a coarse powder. So transfer the powder into a bowl now. You can see the texture, it's very coarse, it's not very fine. Let's move towards a wet paste now. So for the wet paste, in the same mixer jar, add fresh coriander, ginger, and some green chillies. Do not add any water to the mixture. It's also supposed to be a very coarse and dry mixture. So as you can see, there's no water to the mixture, it's just a paste. Let's take this paste out. So now that we have our dry mixture and our wet paste, let's move towards the filling now. So for the filling now, first we'll add a tablespoon of ghee to the pan. Let it warm up a bit. Once the ghee is warm enough, we'll add our garam seeds to it, or ajwain. Add hing to it. And toss in our green peas. Once you add the green peas in, we have to let the green peas cook until they turn mushy. So cover them with a lid and let them cook for a minute or two. So as you can see, our peas are cooked. Since we've used frozen peas, it took very less time for cooking. Now we should mash them up a little bit and then we will add the rest of our spices. So using a masher, just mash them. So now that we've mashed all our green peas, let's add on rest of the spices. So you can see the texture, it's not very fine, it's also very coarse. So you could also blend it through a mixer jar, but it will turn it to a paste and will leave a lot of water. So if you do this, it's better, it will give you a nice texture. Let's add in our green paste that we made earlier. Then the dry mix that we made. and some amchur powder. Little bit of sugar and salt to taste. Now mix everything well. So all of our spices are well incorporated into the mixture. Let's turn off the heat and let it cool down for a while. So that the mixture is done now, let's transfer it into a bowl and let it cool. So our dough is well rested now. We've let it rest for 2 hours or so. Let's check it now. You can see that it's nice and soft. So we are done with the first 2 steps now. Let's move toward the third step, that is shaping the kachoris and frying them. So our dough is nice and ready. Let's take out few portions and start shaping them. So while you're working with the dough, it's important to cover it every time. You don't want the dough to go dry. And while you're shaping your kachoris, each and every time you finish shaping a kachori, have a muslin cloth handy, a wet muslin cloth, and cover it up with muslin cloth so that when you're frying, the dough doesn't go very dry and it doesn't crack up in the oil. So make a ball first and then make a bowl shape of the ball using your thumb and your fingers. Once you have a nice ball, take some filling. Press the filling in the center. And now, using your index finger and your thumb, try to bring the edges of the ball together. In this way, you make sure that your kachori is sealed properly and it won't crack at all while frying. In the end, just pinch off the excess dough. Put it back. And now press the end so that you see that all of the ball is nicely packed and there's no chance of cracking the kachori now. Shape it a bit. And now from the center, press against like this. Turn it. Press again. Now using your palm, on the other hand, do this. And then this. So while doing this, we make sure that the filling is evenly distributed throughout the kachori. So you have a nice round kachori. Make sure to cover it with a muslin cloth and store. Now let's shape all of our kachoris in the similar way. Similarly, shape all the rest of your kachoris. It is very important to make sure that the edges are sealed properly in this way. Otherwise, your kachoris would crack in the oil and they won't puff off properly. So we've shaped up kachoris according to the shape. And now let's go towards frying. So our oil is ready. We've put the oil on medium low flame. It should not be very high. The kachori should sit in the oil at a very low flame. And once they are done, they will float on the surface. So now the oil is, we should check the oil first. Yeah. So let's just put in our kachoris. So you can see it's bubbling a little bit. This is how it should be. And once the oil starts heating up, the kachoris will slowly float up on the surface. Do not overcrowd the pan. Just put 4 at a time, but make sure that you do not put just one kachori at a time because it will give too much heat to the kachori. And if you fry kachori too soon, they won't give you the proper texture. So just make sure they're not sticking to each other. Separate them if they are sticking to each other. So you can see that the kachoris are nice golden brown and they've fluffed out. They're nice round in shape. So let's take them out now. Similarly, fry all the other kachoris. So our kachoris are done now. Let's take them out on a plate. Take them out on a tissue paper. And fry rest of the kachoris similarly. So you can serve it with green chillies and some mint and tamarind chutney. So this was a kachori. We could also make kachori chaat with it. So let's do that. Take the kachoris, puff a hole in it, or you could also break the kachori. You can see the mutter filling inside. To this, we will add curd, we've added sugar and salt to the curd. Now we'll add some green chutney. Some tamarind chutney. And we'll finish it with some save, along with some bundi and some pomegranate. So there you go. We have our chaat ready. So we're done with our plating. We have kachori chaat and we have kachori as it is. Let's taste it now. The kachoris have turned out really amazing. The texture is good. The filling tastes fine. And overall, they've flubbed up. You can see they are round. So they have a very nice texture to them. And the chaat with the curd and the chutney itself, they taste very fine. You can try them and serve it like this. Your guests will be happy. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Follow IICCM Studio Kitchen. And if you want to pursue this career in culinary arts, please join IICCM Pune.